Harry Maguire hit the boos. Maguire has been booed by his own fans as Manchester United wound up pre-season at toxic Aviva Stadium. Apparently all the Irish United fans booed him off the park. I feel for him.
Well, yeah, when you hear that, that's not pleasant at all, is it? But,
not pre-season. I mean, come on. Why everyone's got to jump on a bandwagon giving him grief? You know, look, he's had it pretty tough, Maguire, in that respect. All right, whether it's people say it's self-inflicted because he ain't played well enough, but I think just sort of just booing people for the sake of it almost is a little bit too far.
Yeah,
that's too far.
And especially when, and I know we've got to hit a break, but especially when players aren't 100% exerting themselves in pre-season.
No.
Now, that's not to say he should be making mistakes out on the pitch, which I think there's the suggestion that was what happened in Dublin.
Absolutely.
But still, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, give the guy a break. Let's see what happens when the season actually starts.
But let's talk about Harry Kane and Ange Postecoglou, the Spurs manager. Back page of the Times, the headline is Postecoglou's Bayern dismay. Tom Arnott saying that Ange Postecoglou has criticised Bayern Munich's public pursuit of Harry Kane after Spurs' striker scored 4 goals in the 5-1 victory against Shakhtar Donetsk yesterday, and what may be a final sighting of Harry Kane, because Natalie mentioned this earlier on. He's walking around the pitch, he's waving, he's saying, see you later everyone, thanks for coming out, or is he saying, bye everyone, I'm off to Bayern?
Don't know, I think when you're walking around the pitch on your own at the end of a game, it kind of feels sometimes there's a little bit more in that. Look, this has rumbled on now for some time, this whole Bayern gig, hasn't it? And it would appear to me they're not going to put the money up for Daniel Levy to take it. So I've got a feeling that with every passing day that I'm not expecting them to all of a sudden go from 85 million to 200 overnight. I don't think that's going to happen. So I've got a feeling they might come up a bit short here.
Is there any part of you that does think, though, like some have suggested, that the Kane camp has slightly engineered this as well?
Without doubt.
Yeah.
Look, there's no question Harry is excited about going to Bayern Munich. Of course he is, because otherwise he would have come out and said, look, it's not for me. I'm happy where I am, and I'm more interested in either signing a new deal for Spurs or just seeing out my last year. I think without question he's just sat there and he's letting it all happen, and he's letting everybody debate it and talk about it. So yeah, I think that with it, I don't think that there's any doubt that Harry Kane, if Bayern do come up with a number, I don't think he's going to turn around at the last minute and go, no, I don't fancy it. He's going to be gone.
Well, that's it. And Ange Postecoglou not happy about the whole situation as well. He says, I think what is factual right now is that he is a contracted player of our football club. I certainly wouldn't talk about contracted players at other football clubs, but I'm not Bayern, mate. So they can go the way they want to go. Mate.
And the thing quoted the mate.
You can understand the frustration. I mean, he's the star boy, isn't he? I actually heard a caller yesterday to Jamie O'Hara and Jermaine Pennant on the phone-in show, basically saying that, Chelsea should get Harry Kane, Arsenal should get Harry Kane, and whatever is going to happen this season, does it have to be this season that Kane leaves, in your opinion, Andy?
No, he can see out his last year and then walk out the door for nothing. Tottenham will do, if Bayern go away today or in the next couple of days, if that disappears and that all falls by the wayside, then the next thing that Daniel Levy has got to do is obviously get something in front of Harry Kane that he wants to sign.
But of course, if he leaves next summer when his contract runs out, financially he's in possibly a better situation because
absolutely, Natalie.
There's no transfer fee, so he can command a better signing on fee and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, holding all the aces and that's what happens. That's why nowadays when players get 2 years out from their contract expiring, if the club don't get them sorted, then they always run this risk of a player seeing it down, running the clock down. So look, Harry, again, if this doesn't happen, then he has a big decision to make. Does he put pen to paper on a new one at Spurs, or does he just say, no thanks, I'm going to get my head down, keep playing, and I'll see where I go next year.
It's January, isn't it? He could sign a pre-contract.
Absolutely could.
Tasty indeed. Moving on, boxing fans, by the way, the Daily Mail reporting today Anthony Joshua's former rival Andy Ruiz Jr. has offered to step in for the Dillian White fight on the 12th of August after it was all called off due to Dillian White failing a drugs test for the third time in his career. So the American pulled off one of boxing's biggest ever upsets when he beat Joshua at Madison Square Garden in 2019 and then lost on points in a rematch to the Brit just 6 months later. So this could be 3.0.
Yeah, that would be that. Wouldn't that? It's in a strange way. I'm I'm kind of I would be slightly more excited about Ruiz fighting Joshua than Dillian White. You know, a little bit. I mean, I was looking forward to that one, but I think if Ruiz does genuinely want to step in at the last moment, then that's another fight. There's plenty between those two guys, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of history there. You'd imagine AJ would want to do this one as well if he really wanted to trial himself.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.